Alright, how's it going? Matt here for Oregon Fly Fishing Blog to talk to you about pike flies. So, what we're going to talk about now is big-eyed bait fish. Big Stansberry's bait fish minnows here. So, what we're looking for is a big profile, bright colors, and big eyes. And I like these aluminum sea eyes from Hairline Dubbing. They're great. They don't add a ton of weight, but they give you a big pupil, which is really cool. Now these are the largest size of the Hairline sea eyes, and they make a really cool looking bug. And I fish these about half the time. I'm a little bit scared of one of these hitting me in the face, but you know they look really cool. But my kind of standard is the smaller sea eye size, which is really cool. So I have one right here, and I attach these to the bottom of the hook shank, not the top, because I want this to ride hook down. And usually these hooks are heavy enough and these eyes are light enough that you may not have to actually worry about putting them on the top or the bottom, but I like just making sure I don't want it to ride sideways or any goofy way. So I'm doing some figure eights with some 140 denier thread and cinching down my aluminum sea eyes, just the same way you would do a Klaus or fly like that. So you do 8 to 10 on either side, and then you go around the base to really cinch it down. And if I was in production mode here, I would hit that with some glue right now. So I got my eyes on, and I work back a little ways. And the body of this fly is going to be saltwater yak hair, which is just an awesome material. A ton of motion, a ton of flare and body in the water. You can look like a very large bait fish belly profile with this, without a ton of weight getting thrown around and you know, above your head and in the boat. And I tie this in so for maximum durability. This is a durable material to begin with, but to make maximum durability on this, I tie it doubled over. So I take the whole piece and start to tie it in like this, with about half of it hanging out the front. Get that good, cinch down across the top there, and then you fold it back. That is indestructible right there. Fold it back and wrap over the whole thing. So we've got basically this indestructible broom handle coming off, or you know, whisk broom coming off this hook shank. And what I do to make this look a little better is I would cut it to kind of taper the body a little bit into a bait fish type of a pattern. You can work on tapering that kind of to your own liking, but this stuff just looks amazing in the water. Now that I'm there, the next step for me is to take some of this craft fur, white craft fur, to kind of make the head of the body. I cut off a nice sized chunk after I make my dubbing loop. So I'm going to dubbing loop some craft fur kind of body here. And you can use any color from olive, tan, black. You can make it multi-toned, but I'm going to stick to kind of a white, a bait fish white. There are a lot of Cisco's and suckers with big white bellies, so this looks really, you know, natural for the predators and the pike where I fish. So we've got our dubbing loop that's created. We have a dubbing loop tool. This isn't the same dubbing loop tool you'd need for, say, intruders or, you know, more precision flies. This is just kind of get your material in there and twist it up. So we've got our material here, spread it out along the thread and start to spin. And I do this kind of Rob Russell style where I hold the spinning and then let it all spin at once. This creates kind of a fluffy body that pulses in the water and kind of transitions you from your head to your tail of the fly. It makes a good transition material, I guess. So you'd start to wrap it, slicking it back as you go. And you go just about up to the eyes, wrapping this craft fur in dubbing loops. And right at the eyes is where you are done with this part. You tie off your dubbing loop. This craft fur is durable, lightweight, lots of movement. I really like it. easy material to work with, tie with, inexpensive. So once you're there, you've got just to finish the fly with some flash. So what do I do to finish the fly? I take ice wing fiber with a UV kind of hue to it. So this has got ice wing fiber with red hue. So in the water, this actually reflects kind of reddish light, in addition to the silvery baitfish color. So I take a strand about the whole length. You got to find kind of the float of this stuff first. And I lay it across the back, and I leave some out the front as well. Tie it in there. Then I go in front of the eyes, tie it in, and I fold the stuff that's hanging off the front back. Which can then be doubly secured. So you're twice as secure there with your flash. From here, you could hit the head with epoxy or some type of glue, whip finish. And from there, you've got basically your finished fly, and you can sit there with this and tweak on it then to do, make sure that you've got the bait fish proportions you want. This one actually came out pretty close to what I was looking for here, but you can trim on this to make it more baitfish shaped. And there's your finished baitfish, pike baitfish.